What do you do if somebody asks if you have children? Because I struggle with this.
So to be honest, I don't get asked very often. So it's difficult for me to answer this one because I don't get asked so often. Something that I look at in some of my workshops is kind of like looking at your support, your support circle around you, and thinking who and this is really different for our childless journey than it is for I don't know, I'm having problems in my relationship and I want to speak to someone about that sort of type of thing. Who would I go to? My friends and my family and all of that type of stuff. But kind of thinking about who's your trusted circle and who's then in that in between zone and who is, oh my God, I just can't speak to this person about this because they're never going to get it. They are, for whatever reason, not able to empathise with that. So I think it's important to think about, who is the person that you're speaking with. And in that in-between zone, saying, I don't know if this person's going to get it or not. Perhaps going out with like a couple of, like just a little bit of a tester question to start with, rather than sharing your whole story with them. But, it can be, just simply saying, unfortunately not, or I would have loved to have had children and it didn't happen for us, or whatever, something like that. It can be a little bit without sharing your whole story. And if the person runs away at that moment in time, okay, they're not ready for this. Whereas if they go, oh, I'd love to know more about that, you can always kind of pause and say, well, we're at a barbecue, whatever, just now. Probably just now is not the time and place, but if you'd like to go for a coffee one day, I'll happily share more with you, sort of type of thing. So it really depends on who the person is and what ongoing contact you're going to have with them. Again, a very long answer to a short question, but I think there is no rights and wrongs as well. So it depends how you're feeling, who it is, what stage you are in your journey, and whether you want to talk about this. But not everybody deserves to hear your story, so it's completely fine as well to say, unfortunately not, or just no, depending upon. And that sometimes feels weird for us to say no. But yeah, keep yourself safe, I think, is the kind of most important message out of that.